Yebo, yes. Once again, uh, I discovered something when I came to Zimbabwe. Some of the things that I discovered will shock you. Some of the things that I discovered probably might not be new to some of you, but I had to do this video to just share with you some of the things that I discovered when I got to Zimbabwe. Things about myself, things about rural areas, things about the community of Zimbabweans in general. And I hope this video will help you. And these discoveries will also shape your mindset when you are considering relocating or investing in Zimbabwe. Number one, this one is a funny one, but it's the truth. I actually got to discover that I am fat. I actually got to discover that I'm not fit. I actually got to discover that I'm a plus size. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes when we are in the diaspora, sometimes we don't get to a time to just check on our healthy, like as in do a check on how fit you are. You wake up in the morning. This is your daily routine. You wake up in the morning. You're taking kids to school. If there is a malume or a malume who carries your kids to school, which means then you wake up, you eat, you get into your car, you go to the office, you spend the whole day seated. When you get back home, you also have to continue working on the desk seated. And it gives you less time to exercise for some of us who are not registered with any gym, who don't have gym membership. So when I got to Zimbabwe, that was my first discovery. And how did I discover that? Number one, through videos. We visited Batsi and P. When I was there, I did a video. I was wearing this same shirt, this golf shirt. Then I was like running around, moving around. They were showing me their place. Later on, I had to edit that video. Just looking at myself there in the video, I was not happy. I discovered that I gained some weight and, some handles coming up and, that beautiful and handsome body of mine is gone. It's a discovery. And before you relocate, do not let videos, like in my case, get to remind you that you need to work on your health. Even when I also went to the rural areas, actually someone commented on one of the YouTube channels. I was taking firewood from the that Ngoro thing, and I actually got to discover that I was breathing fast. Even after walking for some distance, I would just breathe fast. Even walking for 7-8 kilometers, my 73-year-old uncle was still active, and the small kids were still active, but I could feel I'm getting out of breath. So that's one thing that I discovered, that I need to work on my health, and it's actually I've decided to join a gym to get that gym membership. Even the time that I'm about to go back to Durban, to my family, something that I'm going to consider. Even my eating habits, something that I need to work on. So those people who are in the rural areas, I discovered that they are healthy. They eat well. There is no fast food. There is raw food. They are mufushwa wenyeve, mananga. They are mapodzi. They are mbambaira. They eat from the ground, and they don't eat those processed meal like the white meal that we eat in South Africa. They eat ufunutanga shiba, from the field chibage. They take to the grinding mill. They come up with chaiwo, the way. So it's actually healthy to eat those organic food. I don't know if that's the word, but I feel that outside of the Zimbabwe, we are not eating well. Even the food that I've discovered that the food this side is tasty. The taste is even much better. From the chickens, from bread itself, you can actually feel. Probably it's because that is what we're used to eating when we're growing up, and that taste is what we feel is the original taste. I don't know, but I feel, and I think that Zimbabwean food is the best. That was my first discovery. Then also another thing that I discovered, my number two thing that I discovered when you go to Zim, is that every home that you go, in most homes, I can say maybe 3 or 4 out of 10, they've got a diasporan or a child that is working in the city, in the CBD. So you can be the only person outside of Zimbabwe, but from your house there is someone who's working in town or is working. Let me say that the parents, anagogo, the grandmothers, our mothers, our aunties, that we're going to be coming to stay with, they will never have money. Number one, you have to know that. You discover that they will never have money. Even if there's $100 under the pillow, they will never have money. They will never say they have something. I discovered that everyone complains. Even those who have, they will complain. They will talk about lack. They will talk about not having sugar. If yet there are 2 kgs under the bed. So it's a discovery, and it's very tricky if you are visiting, especially the rural areas. What I would advise you is that don't carry groceries. If you have to carry groceries, make sure it's just a loaf of bread, 2 loaves of bread, fresh milk, or powder milk, or whatever the case may be. Don't start hoarding, buying in bulk things like sugar, washing powder and stuff. No, get to where you're going first. Get there. And when you get there, don't be quick to say, I want to buy this. Just give them the plastic of 2 loaves of bread, maybe a small margarine in the 2 liters of milk. That's fine. Eat what they're eating that night. If you arrive in the evening, eat in the whatever they are eating. When they're going to sleep, go to sleep. In the morning, don't be quick to say, I want to buy this. No, just wait and see what's going to be cooked for you in the morning. Wait and see what they eat. Eat what they eat. Day number 2, see, and also get to the afternoon, see what's happening in the evening. Depending on the number of days that you will be in that place, if it's 2 or 3 days, on the second day, see what you're going to be eating in the evening, and probably or if they don't, eat what they're going to eat. On the third day, you would have observed their eating pattern. Probably you would have seen their pantry where they're getting their food, and if possible, buy what you see is lacking. Maybe you are seeing with the puzzle one tower where there's no sugar, there's no this. Buy what you have heard being talked about. It's not available. This is a trick one. Buy and remain with some cash. Or if you see that these people that you are with are responsible, or you visited are responsible, or their parents that were actually your parents who are hosting you in your time in Zim, then give them money and they'll buy whatever it is that is not there. And if they say sugar is not there, don't give them $20 and say keep changing. No, give them the money that's enough to go and buy that sugar. Then when they bring the sugar, you know that your money have bought the sugar. I'll tell you why. And okay, let me just tell you why. The reason is that I remember another day there was no mealie meal. Mealie meal 10 kg cost around $7-8 here. So when you give whoever is responsible money, make sure that money has a name. So you give, I remember leaving that $10 to say, oh, get this $10, tell mama to go, tell Gogo to go and buy whatever, something, the $10. It was not something in particular. So the $10 was gone. I went where I wanted to go. I came back in the evening. When we were about to eat, when we were actually eating, I just had the conversation. Though this is our last meal. Though for October, once we are prepared to what's going to happen tomorrow. When I gave this boy $10 on the street in Chitwana change, the thing was for that money to buy mealie meal. But here it is, the money didn't buy any mealie meal. Now I'm being told that tomorrow we won't be having any mealie meal. So I've given the $10 for mealie meal, did not buy mealie meal. And you also don't have to ask to say, but I gave you this, where is it now? No. You don't need to ask. When you give out money, it's no longer yours. The person that you've given the money to is now responsible for what they're going to buy. They know what they're going to buy or not to buy. It's either the money still there under the pillow somewhere, or it has been used somewhere, but it's no longer there. So you need now to buy mealie meal. Even though you had left $10, now you need to buy the mealie meal. That's what I discovered. That when you are leaving money, make sure that money has a name. When you're doing something, that money is target for something. That's another discovery that I made. And also, like why I was saying, you don't bring groceries, don't buy your sugar, don't buy your 5 liter. This happened probably last year, when I was coming. I was of the tendency of bringing 5 liter cooking oil. I made sure 10 kgs of andikero rice, which means 20 kgs of rice, 20 liters of cooking oil. Those were part of my groceries when I'm coming from South Africa going home. They were part of my groceries. And the other time, I once shared in another video, I actually said, there's a move that in Zim people are actually buying. Let me see, guys, if my, okay. Okay, recording. I was just checking. It's very sunny, so I can't actually see the screen of my camera. So I said, now people are buying, they're buying gas stoves. You know, I'm gonna check out on it. They're buying gas stoves, and they're buying gas stoves and stuff. So what did I do? Just bought in my 5 kg gas container. I bought a 2-plate stove, and I was so excited. I bought my 20 liters cooking oil. Then I got here in Zim, only to discover that in the kitchen there was a 4-plate stove and there was a 9 kg tank of gas. I felt stupid, because these are the same people who will be complaining that we don't have anything, but when you come back, they'll never let you know that they've bought something. So you come with something that you think is going to be of importance, but when you come here, there's something better. That's the one discovery. So, and when I got into the bedroom, I had to check. There was a case of 2 kg sugars. They were left about 12 or so. It was just above half. 12 cases. Is it 8? It should be 8 2 kgs that were left. Then I looked at myself and said, okay. Then I don't know what happens in the area around Epworth. Probably there are some given some rice, or I don't know, from donors. But there was a lot of rice in the house. A lot of cooking oil in the house. A lot of cooking oil. There were 2-liter cooking oils. A pack. I think there should be 6, and only one was used. There were maybe about 5 2 liters. So there I am with my grocery. And because sometimes when you're coming from the diaspora, you want to be appreciated. You want that thank you that comes from the heart. You have solved a problem that was troubling people. And the fact that now what you have done is not seen as something that's important. Because when you bring sugar, when there was no sugar, you also feel it in you that you've actually satisfied a portion in a part where there was lack. But in this case, you just come in, everything's there. And I discovered that people will never call you and say, this time everything is fine, we are happy, we are well, things are moving. Every call that you made before you say goodbye, you're told, please, Mutirangarire, remember us where you are. If you find something, just, it's always a call for plea, for help, a call to say, stand with us. But when you come here, when people are doing well, you are never told. So you get on the ground, a lot of improvement that have been done. You discover that you were sending those $20, $50 on top of something that's already there. You're making an effort, but your effort is also good, but it's actually surplus. So that's what I discovered here. I actually discovered those things, that no matter how good life may be, no matter how good the situation is, sometimes you're never told how good it is. You are always led to know and to understand that there's lack. Another thing also that I discovered, this is when I went to the rural areas, I discovered that they are very expecting that you give them money. Yeah, I will share with you an experience when I went to Buhera. That's my rural homestead. My guru, my mom's sister, was there waiting for me. She drinks a lot. Almost everyone in the rural areas drink. Almost everyone drinks. She was waiting for me. They just finished the Amsangano is NPF. Mama Faire, my grocer. Then when the bus arrived, everyone knows. There's always that one bus or a second bus. They knew which bus I was in. Excuse me. So there I was. There's a lot of dust here. And because I don't want to go home here, it ended. And I also will do a video to just share with you. Please go. Just hold on, guys, and tomorrow basta Taku. Indeed. Sorry about that. Very sorry about that. My apologies. It is what it is. So I'll share with you. I think this one will need a proper video on its own, a 30-minute video where I will tell you my journey when I went to my homestead. Sitting down, I will need to speak to you and let you know what happened. But briefly, this is the part that I want to bring to you, what I discovered. Sorry, I might be talking about family politics or family issues and affairs, but some of you might relate And these are things that you meet on the ground right here in Zimbabwe. So there she was after this Msangano is NPF. Then she came and she was like, Nemudonjo, oh yeah, man, hey. And then I started being introduced to people. Were they, hello, oh, it's been long. We last saw you when you were 5 years old. Yeah, that's cool. Getting introduced to people, everyone is proud. When you, even if you don't have money, but just the fact that you've got a big stomach, and you are not even driving, you're just coming from the bus. Probably you're looking good, you have a good haircut. Everyone your relatives want to introduce you to everyone, almost everyone. So this is my sister. That's one from that corner Makanga. That's his firstborn. So everyone wanna talk to me, everyone wanna greet me. That's fine. I didn't bring the grocery. Like I said in the video that I'll show you, I'll tell you how much I went to the rural areas. I didn't have money, so I had a little, and I'll tell you how I spent that money. So then I had to say, let me buy some bread. I strategize. I will just buy bread. Let's get home. When you go home, you're going to see what's there and what's not there. Then we'll cover up. When I was buying bread, I said I want 2 loaves of bread. She was there. She's like, without anything. No, I can't. I don't even eat. How much is margarine? She's already asking on my behalf. Margarine, Marie. Oh, $3. To pay $3. Why not? Yeah, $3. 2 loaves of chingwa. Margarine, $3. I said, that's fine. I think at least let's go. Then we will see. It's $5 already gone. We're still at the shops. I've just dropped off the bus. We'd walk 6-7 kilometers to, no, not 7 kilometers, but 4 to 5 kilometers. We're going home. We got home. It's around 5 p.m. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to buy meat. I'm going to see what's going to be eaten today. That dried goat meat. That was nice. Before they started cooking, when they were cooking, actually, they were taking some of the dried goat meat, putting it in moto, giving me. I said, hi, people on plate, we're eating, fadzamtengi. But I love going home. But sometimes when our relatives, when they see us as potential ATMs. You can tell from the room, you can tell from everyone who's coming. Maybe I might be wrong, but there's that thing of them expecting that you're going to do something. Okay, before you say I'm wrong and I'm just assuming, let me tell you. Around past 6, then they started saying, can we just go to sleep? No, we can't just go to sleep. Remember the Saturday is on the fire. Then they said, you can just go buy some scards. They call it bakos, $2 for 3 scards. Then, because my group of mine and others, your sister was there. Then I said, okay, it's fine. I don't want to disappoint. It's the first night. The people they just can't sleep with them. They've got stories to tell. So then they said, you can go and buy kashabini ripaduze. When people in the rural areas tell you that there's a kashabini ripaduze, we're talking of 5+ kilometers. Then walk out of the room. The guy was going with me. It's dark. I did a video. If you remember, I did a video that I threw up here. It's on the platform. In that dark, we had to walk. It's like, are we going to get to the Shabin? What's happening? Takafamba. We are going to Notenga. We go there. There's a $2. So we've come to buy my cards. Basket. The people are Shabin. They're coming. Oh, dear God. Godi, everyone comes, you guys, you are drunk. Why are you still asking me for more alcohol? Where do I get the money, guys? I did come here to the rural areas to see you. Instead of hosting me, I discovered that instead of being hosted, you're going to be hosting people who are already in their area. So it's no longer them hosting you, but you are going to be hosting, going to provide the food for them to cook for you. And I said, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. And I brought these guys off. I went home. My mind started drinking. They talked until in the morning. We did what we had to do in the morning. What did I discover on this part? I discovered that the people were expecting you to buy them alcohol. And the worst part is that when you're giving out money, we want to see production. When giving someone a $5 note, you want to see production. You want to see that there was need for you to give the person money. What is this person going to use the money for? What are they going to buy? Is that going to add value to them? But when you go to the rural areas, mostly when you give the person money, definitely there's no other way it's going to alcohol, Doro. And mind you, where I'm staying, you know, Anna Mama Medu, they've got a lot of kids. Some are in the diaspora, some are working somewhere. And you don't sense poverty. There's no sense of poverty. Poverty is not even smelling. And they have got their houses where they just keep the keys in the room. When they are going out, those rooms are closed. And in those rooms, I'm privy to those rooms because in the opinion and engines of common about diaspora, come and see this. You see cartons and cartons of foodstuffs. I've seen in most of the homes that I visited when I was here in Zim, there's cartons and cartons of food, which means these people, they never lack. Their sons and daughters in the diaspora, they're doing a lot for them. But still, they've got that spirit to want to milk you when you get there and to complain and say, Dina Chino. And I don't know if it's out they protect their wealth, out the little they have or what. But this thing of saying, there's nothing. Hakuna. Tinizara. You will discover it. I don't know if you're in the diaspora, if you heard people saying, hakuna chekubata, mazuano, hakuna chekubata. But you get on the ground, you will discover. It's shocking. What do I wanted to say? There's a lot of things that I was thinking I should share with you. And in my next videos, I'll be sharing with you some of the things that I discovered. And also one other thing that I discovered. And I hope people get to this part to listen to this. One factor that a lot of people don't want to move. They don't want to move because they're thinking, like my son, my grade 2 son, is at a private school, dominated probably 80-90% of the people at the school are white, and English is the first language. And when we go to that school, when I'm dropping my son at school, the security guard is the one who opens the door for my car, and my child goes into the class. When he was in grade 1, there were about 12 students in the class. Now I had the two classes were combined. When they get into grade 2, there are now 21 students in the class. There are 2 teachers. And I feel that the things that he knows, he can read for you a book. He doesn't stammer. He will read that book for you. He will do calculations for you by head. You do things that I'm seeing grade 4, grade 5 students here in Zim are actually struggling with. My son is that smart. And one thing that I'll be thinking is when I move, when I relocate, there are schools like that can train a child to be that intelligent. But how much do they cost? And will I find them in the rural areas? I'm moving to Buyera, I'm moving to Mavaira, I'm moving to a rural, not a very urban. Will I find that school? Or I have to take my son to the boarding school so that he can get that education. But sending my son to that boarding school, I still need to be together with my son. I want to see him every day when he comes back to school. Did this happen to school? I still want those stories. I'm not ready for my son to go to boarding. Probably the one who's now in Form 2. That's grade 9 in South Africa. That one, I can say at least we've had a lot of time together and he's mature enough to handle pressures far away from me. But with this little one, am I ready? So I discovered that there is a school in every corner. But how is the quality of education? That I might want to go deeper and check. But some of the teachers are not qualified teachers. They don't have diplomas or degrees. They've never been to my colleges. Guys, I'm just checking. I might be recording or they're going to have to stop. There's a lot of, the sun is, I'm facing the sun, so there's a lot of disturbance and, So that's one thing. I discovered there are a lot of schools, like here in Epworth, where I'm shooting this video from. Probably after every 500 meters, you see there's a school, there's a college, and the colleges, I'm not sure if they are registered, but you can see some of the schools are well organized, quality uniforms and stuff. But is this the kind of school that I want my children to go to? Will I be very happy with that? And this is Epworth, it's not rural areas. Go back to rural areas. How will I be happy? Will the kids manage? Yes, I have Starlink. You would have installed Starlink. You have a bowl of water. You have whatever it's in the house. But when they go out, would they still continue to live the same standard of life? I've also discovered that, as I close this, I've also discovered that Shena becomes normal. I'm so dirty, guys. You can even get the whole day without brushing your teeth if you're in the rural areas. I used to see Achi and Semi and the Mugobes, Batsi and P, the V's. There are certain things that you begin to adjust. I do bath daily. But some I've discovered that you become accustomed to what's happening on the ground. You just become a part of what's happening. That's a discovery that I made. And if you were gonna be having 100% Brazilian, you end up cutting your hair short. Those things are the adjustment that people do, and that the adjustment that they make when they get into the rural areas, when they relocate. Are you ready for that? So my journey continues, guys, and there are a lot of videos that I'm going to be creating, talking to you. I'm praying that I'll be able to have those graphic skills so that I'll be posting to you. Remember, I landed with only $200 and I've been working here and there, and there are limitations. Like now I've got work that needs me to have 3 hours on the laptop. It's going to pay me about $30, which is, I believe, is a lot here, and I need 3 hours on the laptop. But the solar that I have here is very small. It's only for charging phones, lights. When I put my laptop, it doesn't work. So those are things that I'm discovering, that I would need this. I never thought I could do this, but I need this. A lot of things that I'm discovering as I go, and this video is now 25 minutes long. I don't think it was supposed to be this long, but if you have watched up until this time, one of the questions that I'm going to be asking you is that do you have a question? Do you have any way that you want me to go? Do you have any topic that you want me to address? Do you have any question that you feel I might need you to answer? If you've got those questions, please drop them here. And when I get back to Durban, network you have stable, I promise I'm going to do a live question and answer on this platform. If you're up for the question and answer, please just indicate also in the comment section. I want to see how many people are up for that question and answer segment. And it also encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you've subscribed to the channel. I wanted to visit other people, but I didn't manage to visit them for different reasons, and the reasons need a 25-30 minute video on its own, whereby I'll be explaining to you some of the responses that I get. And I'm also praying that I'll be able to bring you a video or two of people who have had failed relocations. So not everyone who's relocating who's becoming prosperous, who's making it. Some are suffering, some are planning to go back. It is what it is. It happens when you relocate, especially when you're not very prepared. Like myself, I'm not ready to relocate. That's a fact. I'm not ready. I will let you know why I'm saying I'm not ready. Do I want to relocate? Yes. But am I ready? No. What do I need to set up? I will let you know in another video, to let you know that for you to do this 1 and 2, 3 things, you are ready now. People will say, come with what you have, you start from zero. I'm telling you, it depends on the level of life where you are in the diaspora. Some cannot start from 0. You need to start from 5. Some need to start from 10. I personally would want my son coming back here and he wants to do a homework. He has no way to plug his phone, to charge his phone. No. I don't want to come here back and my wife has to find the red cobra, black cobra instead. No. I want her to find tiled house. I want her to find clean water. That's what I want, and I'm preparing that. And I also want you to be prepared. Let's invest back in Zim. Let's move home. The core is real. Let's get connected to our roots. But let's do it in a planned way, not just an emotional way. Let us not just move for the sake of moving. You see the beauty. You see people doing this. And as I said, most of the people who've relocated that I've met, they're not even 1 year in Zim. But they are enjoying. But this enjoyment, genuine, is going to last forever. And you also see that some who have relocated, some have already gone to back to South Africa once or twice. Those they have coming from South Africa, because there are a lot of things that you miss. And I think I'll do another video telling you what I've missed. I've missed a lot of things. Mainly it is my family that I've missed. In this preparation stage, in this challenge that I'm doing, I miss my family a lot. My little girl was 2 years. We do have video calls, but I miss TJ a lot. I miss a lot. The smile. Sometimes I spend time watching your videos on my phone. I have a lot of photos with her more than anyone else, and I miss her. And when you want to relocate, there's some things these are some of the things that will hit you hard, especially when you're coming home and you're preparing the relocation alone, being on the ground, the builders, putting up the structures, your wife is away, you miss your family, and family is everything. And the family has to be where you are. You have to do it together. But is it possible? Guys, I love you so much. And please leave a comment. If this video has blessed you in any way, if this video has shown you some insight in any way, just leave a comment, and also like the video. Just like the video, and if possible, you can share it even on your timeline, on your social media platforms. Let people know that there's Godwin Chirume on YouTube who's talking about these stories. I love you, but I gotta leave you. And because I don't have power, I'm gonna edit this video on my phone and post it. To meet again. God bless you. Peace.